Since the onset of winter this year, a series of cold waves have swept across China. On December 16th, China was hit by an extremely severe cold wave with temperatures plunging in 80% of the country. Heilongjiang Province in northeast China recorded a record-breaking low temperature of minus 48.4 Celsius. Extreme weather conditions like low temperatures, cold waves, heavy snow, and freezing rain have been battering both the northern and southern parts of the country, making it the coldest week since the start of winter. A video uploaded by a netizen from northeast China has gone viral on social media. The footage shows a residential area in the northeast where opening the door to the building's hallway is like stepping into a world of ice and snow.
Let me show you around. This is a residential block. Inside the entrance of the apartment block, it's like a hidden paradise. Look how pretty it is, isn't it? It's like a fairyland, attracting countless visitors.
This person throws a bucket of hot water, which quickly turns into a cloud and drifts away. This is a unique phenomenon in extremely cold weather. A man goes out for a run and his eyes and eyebrows are quickly frosted over.
Today is the coldest day in Changchun, northeast China, minus 27 degrees Celsius. Just finished my routine 10-kilometer run.
This man amusingly forms a Tesla logo out of ice.
Oh my goodness, minus 42 degrees. Wow, my snot has literally turned into an ice sculpture.
Due to the extremely low outdoor temperatures, a dripping mop is taken outside and quickly turns into ice, sticking to the stones on the ground. This person's phone is frozen and sticks to the car, unable to be removed. The goldfish I ordered online are all frozen. I wonder if they'll recover. Clothes hung outside by people in northeast China have turned into icy sticks.
After playing mahjong for hours, I just got back and can't even get into the house.
Let me show you how cold the winter is northeast China can be. The vegetables are frozen solid. Heavy snowfall almost completely buries cars parked outdoors, making it difficult for people to find their vehicles. According to the Central Meteorological Observatory, since December 16, more than 30% of China's territory has experienced a sharp temperature drop of over 10 degrees Celsius. The lowest temperatures at 30 national meteorological stations were fallen below the historical minimums for December, and 145 national stations have recorded snowfall exceeding this historical extreme values for December. The lowest temperature in many parts of the country have plunged to below minus 20 degrees Celsius. In some areas like eastern Inner Mongolia and western Heilongjiang, temperatures throughout December 16 stay below minus 20 degrees Celsius, with the lowest temperature expected to drop to between minus 40 degrees and minus 30 degrees. The Central Meteorological Observatory issued a frost warning, the first in 10 years. Experts warn that this cold wave is fierce and many areas will face a sharp drop in temperatures. On December 16, the temperature difference between the highest and lowest temperature points in China reached 76 degrees Celsius, with Inner Mongolia's Tuli River recording minus 44.2 degrees and Hainan's Battering at 31.8 degrees Celsius. Furthermore, it is reported that on December 16, the lowest temperature in Tangwang County, Heilongjiang, broke records, reaching minus 48 degrees, widening the maximum temperature difference to 80 degrees Celsius. Chinese media reports that on December 14th, the Taklamakan Desert, China's largest desert, witnessed widespread snowfall, turning the sandy desert into a snowy landscape. The Taklamakan Desert, located in the center of the Tarim Basin in Xinjiang, is the largest desert in China and the world's second largest shifting sand desert. It spans about 1,000 kilometers from east to west and 400 kilometers from north to south, covering an area of 330,000 square kilometers. After this round of cold waves, cold air will continue to affect most areas in the central and eastern parts of the country, and the low temperature conditions are expected to persist for a prolonged period. As the cold wave continues its impact, netizens reported that on December 18th, the lowest temperature in Inner Mongolia had dropped to minus 49 degrees Celsius. On December 18th, in Yakheshi City, Hulunbuir, Inner Mongolia, temperature dropped to minus 42 degrees Celsius. A local videographer reported that due to the low atmospheric pressure, many gases couldn't escape, leading to severe air pollution. The visibility outdoors was extremely low, with trees and cars covered in thick frost. The watermelon has turned into ice blocks. Low temperature. The phone won't switch on. Look, this is how people live at minus 48 degrees. The visibility ahead is only about 50 meters. It's so cold outside that it's what we call puffing out big white smoke locally. But life goes on as usual. There's no work stoppage, no school closures. This kind of weather is pretty normal for us. A truck driver in Heilongjiang, Inner Mongolia, found himself delayed on the road due to heavy snowfall. Overcome with emotion and drenched in snow, he lamented his hardships, wishing he had studied more in his youth so he didn't have to face such struggles. Local residents have reported severe difficulties due to a sudden drop in temperatures and inadequate heating in many residential areas, leading to widespread discomfort. In the video, a resident is seen piling up all available blankets and woolen blankets in an effort to fend off the extreme cold. My house is so cold, it's almost like living in a freezer.
Look at this. I'm using a small sun-like electric heater, and the indoor temperature is still below 15 degrees Celsius. Without this little sun, it would be around 12 or 13 degrees, and you'd have to wear gloves even for indoor chores.
As the cold weather persists, the centralized heating provided by the government remains insufficient, leaving many citizens in Yakeshi City seeking help from the local government. Despite having paid their heating fees, they are not receiving the expected level of service. This highlights a lack of action by the municipal authorities. Similar situations have been reported by Heilongjiang City in Mongolia. This is the heating provided by a local heating company in Heilongjiang City. Outside, it's about minus 40 degrees, and indoors, it's only 12 or 13 degrees. How are we, the common people, supposed to cope with this? In such cold weather, I really wanted to buy a down jacket, but then I thought a jacket costs several thousand yuan, while treating a cold only cost a few dozen yuan. So I decided to just deal with the cold. No new down jacket for me. According to CCTV News, the dramatic drop in temperatures across various parts of China has resulted in the closure or cancellation of flights on several roads, railways, and airports. A major highway connecting Hebei and Shanxi provinces experienced a significant delay due to icy conditions, stranding 1,700 vehicles over a stretch of 67 kilometers. On December 18th, a major traffic accident occurred on a highway in Heilongjiang Province, northeast China. User-uploaded video shows dozens of vehicles involved in the collision, with casualties and injuries not immediately known. Due to the extreme cold, China's high-speed trains, often a source of national pride, has also faced malfunctions. Experts attribute this to the icing of overhead high-voltage lines in snowy conditions, disrupting the electric contact with the trains. This was an issue that seemed to be unavoidable. Currently, more traditional locomotives are being used as a temporary solution. The cold wave has also caused significant disruptions to power supplies in several regions. According to the State Grid Corporation of China, severe snowstorms affected multiple transmission and distribution lines from December 13th to 16th, impacting 28 cities and 45 districts and counties in Tianjin, Hebei, Shanxi, Shandong, and Henan. Power supply in Tianjin, Hebei, and Henan has been restored as of the morning on December 16th, with the remaining 119 lines undergoing urgent repairs. On December 17th, a Weibo post reported that on the evening of December 13th, 4 high-voltage transmission lines between Wenxi County and Yunchu County in Shanxi Province malfunctioned due to ice damage, leading to a power outage in Yunchu County. Additionally, the weight of the ice on the power lines was over 10 times the usual, causing the collapse of power towers, with repairs still underway. As of the morning of December 17th, a strong cold wave has led to ice formation on 11 lines of 35 kilovoltage or higher in Guangxi. The local electricity department has initiated the first round of de-icing operations to ensure power supply this winter. A Weibo post by China Weather warns that the cold wave will continue to move southward, affecting as far as Hainan. A dramatic change in weather is expected across more than 20 provinces in the country. Beijing experienced its coldest day since the onset of winter this year. On December 16, with the highest temperature reaching only -7 degrees and the lowest at -16 degrees Celsius. Currently, Beijing is under an orange alert for icy roads, a yellow alert for continuous low temperatures, and a blue alert for strong winds and cold waves. According to forecasts, from December 16 to 21st, Beijing will experience 6 consecutive days of temperatures below -14 degrees Celsius, with the highest temperatures hovering around -5 degrees. On December 17th, a record low of -15.5 degrees Celsius was recorded in Beijing, the coldest since winter began this year and the third coldest in the recorded history since 1951. Residents remark that this is the coldest winter in over 2 decades in Beijing. Yantai and Weihai in Shandong Province also experienced heavy snowfall. On December 16th at 10 a.m., the Weihai Meteorological Observatory upgraded the snowstorm warning from yellow to orange. Significant snowfall, including blizzards and heavy blizzards in some areas, was recorded in Weihai City, the northern part of Wending, and the central and northern parts of Rongchen, with the maximum snow depth reaching 20 to 25 centimeters and some locations exceeding 30 centimeters. Some videos that have gone viral show that in some places the snow depth reached an astonishing 50 to 60 centimeters, burying cars and reaching up to people's knees. Residents had to shovel snow as if tunneling, leading to traffic paralysis on some roads. A Weihai resident shared a video showing nearly 1 meter of snow accumulation after the blizzard, forcing car owners to search for their vehicles in a blind box manner. Identifying a car by its license plate before digging it out took about half an hour to an hour. One netizen mentioned the exhausting task of digging out their car only to find it buried again by a neighboring car owner whilst digging out theirs. On December 16th, a female student from Yantai University, who had gone for her English Level 4 exam early in the morning, found the steps of her dormitory completely covered in snow upon returning, forcing her to crawl her way back in. On December 17th, minimum temperatures at 30 national meteorological stations in Hebei, Shanxi, Beijing, Tianjin, and Liaoning broke the historical record for December, with 5 stations in Shanxi, Hebei, and Liaoning breaking all-time records. The sudden temperature drop caught many off guard. On December 15th, a man in Xinxiang, Henan, found his doorstep covered in thick ice. He was unable to cross even a 2-meter distance. On December 14th, a primary school in Taiyuan, Shanxi had a crucial path covered in thick ice and located on a steep slope, causing frequent falls among students. Parents complained that they had to help their children scramble over the icy path. By 8 a.m. on December 17th, 23 provincial capital cities recorded new lows since the start of winter. In some southern cities like Hangzhou and Guiyang, the temperature dropped by about 20 degrees Celsius within 2 days. Notably, Shanghai also experienced its first snowfall of the year on December 15th, a topic that quickly trended on Weibo. With icy roads and a high of only 3 degrees Celsius, the forecasted lows was expected to reach -6 degrees. In southern China, regions like Guangdong and Guangxi experienced a sudden onset of winter on December 16th, transitioning from air conditioning and short sleeves to bundling up in down jackets. According to Guangdong weather reports, affected by the strong cold wave, temperatures in many areas of Guangdong dropped by more than 10 degrees Celsius compared to the previous day on December 16th, with Lanshan seeing a drop of 15.4 degrees Celsius. Guangdong Meteorological Observatory predicted that, starting from December 16th, due to the cold wave, there would be significant wind and temperature drops accompanied by light rain, with a decrease of 10 degrees to 14 degrees Celsius. On December 17th, Yunbing Mountain in Qingyuan, Guangdong welcomed its first snowfall of the winter. The lowest temperatures during the period of December 21st to 22nd are expected. Many netizens in Guangzhou humorously remarked on the sudden change, saying the feeling of entering winter overnight is indeed thrilling. Yesterday, I was still in short sleeves, and today I'm already in a cotton jacket and down coat. And another said, the freezing weather woke me in the middle of the night. I was fine when I went to sleep. The cold front also led to the suspension of 29 passenger shipping lines in Guangdong. On December 16th, all round-trip sea flights from Guangzhou, Nanshan, Zhuhai, Xiangzhou, Shenzhen, Shekou, and Macau were cancelled. The Hengqin Sea routes were suspended on December 16th to 17th. Additionally, the high-speed passenger ships and car ferries on the Jiangmen-Taishan-Chuandao route were all out of service. According to the Central Meteorological Observatory, a new round of strong cold air will sweep across various regions from December 19th, leading to more significant temperature drops. Eastern parts of the Northwest region, North China, the Yellow Huaihe River region, the middle and eastern parts of the Yangtze River Delta, and eastern parts of South China will experience sharp temperature declines of 4 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees on top of already low temperatures. Localized areas in northern Shanxi, eastern Liaoning, and western Jilin may see temperatures drop of more than 10 degrees Celsius. The Central Meteorological Observatory continued to issue a yellow low temperature warning at 6 a.m. on December 19th. From December 26 to 27, another strong cold front is expected to affect central and eastern parts of the country, bringing strong winds and a further drop in temperatures. Most areas will see a decrease of 4 degrees to 8 degrees, with some areas experiencing drops of more than 10 degrees. The Office of National Disaster Reduction Committee and the Ministry of Emergency Management met on December 16 to discuss the impact of the low temperature, snow, and ice disasters. They noted that extensive reach and significant drop in temperatures, highlighting the extreme nature of these events and their substantial impact on social and public welfare in some regions. Residents in Beijing have reported a sharp increase in vegetable price due to the snow. Tomatoes, previously priced at 3 yen per half kilogram, have now soared to more than 6 yuan, doubling in price. Furthermore, centralized heating systems across various regions have come under criticism. For instance, in Hebei province cities like Shijiazhuang and Baoding, heating supplies were disrupted for a week due to malfunctions, leaving local residents to endure the severe cold. One resident complained the heating stopped for a week before the snow and then failed again during the snow days. Despite annual increases in heating fees, the heating function continues to decrease every year. Heating companies in northern China are primarily state-owned enterprises or entities directly managed by local governments. This year, due to fiscal constraints faced by local governments and efforts to reduce costs, not only have many benefits been cut, but even basic public services are now compromised. In Beijing, China's capital, snow removal has become an issue due to government financial constraints. Mrs. Li, a Beijing resident, during an interview with media said Beijing is also running out of money. Previously, snow plows were ready before the snowfall and would go out immediately to clear the snow. This year, however, the frequency of snow removal has significantly decreased. Due to the fiscal deficit and lack of funds, and sanitation workers are not working unless paid. In the past, snow removal was often contracted by government officials to their relatives, but it seems that this year there generally is no money. Additionally, some universities in Beijing have moved forward their winter break this year. The vacation period has been extended from January 1st to March 2nd, significantly longer than before. The main reason is the extreme cold and the financial constraint of schools and educational departments, letting students go home early for the winter break, and they can save considerable cost in heating, electricity, and water. Li Hengqin, an economist in the United States, noted Beijing is where the central government is located, so they have to clear the snow. But snow removal has become a problem in northern cities as the government still owes money for the last year's snow removal. This year, they again asked everyone to remove snow, but snow removal and service companies are refusing to provide service without immediate payment. The government now has to pay cash to get the snow cleared. He added, "When it has come to this point, how can one not foresee a collapse in this government?"